Hey everyone, Shadowroth here. This is going to be a tutorial on a few advanced techniques for Rosalina and Luma. I'm not going to go over Lunar Land back air or any Lunar Lands in this video. If you'd like my tutorial for perfect Lunar Landed back airs based on a visual cue, the link to that video is in the description down below. Before I get started, I want to preface this video by saying that having a trigger button dedicated to jump and a trigger button dedicated to special attack makes these techniques far easier, since you might need access to a bunch of buttons within literal frames of each other. The first we're going to go over is Lunar Jump. In order to perform this move, you press an attack button while grounded, and then within three frames of that, press a jump button. When it's done properly, it'll look like this. Luma will do this move, and Rosalina will do a buffered aerial. So it'll look like that. So it cancels Rosalina's attack, does an aerial instead of Rosalina, while Luma is still continuing with the grounded attack. I personally use this as a safe poking tool in neutral, something like this. You can Starbits right after. Get the Nair out, Starbits, and Luma stays out there. Or you can, like, up smash if you get down to the ground in time. Forward smash, but that kind of recalls Luma. But yeah, if you fast fall after the Nair, you can get Luma to pretty much stay in place when you do the up smash. You can do like a rapid jab, but Luma kind of comes back during the rapid jab, so that's not the best option. We'll go over how to keep her out there with rapid jab. If you don't actually perform a jump, you're inputting the jump button too late. So for instance, this, I'm just hitting jump. It's too late. I'm not hitting it soon enough. If you perform them at the same time, Luma will come up with you like this. So this is jump too early, and this is jump too late. After the Lunar Jump, you can add in another button to do the Lunar Dash. It's the exact same technique, but you cancel... Let me just get it there. You cancel that Nair with... or whatever aerial comes out, you cancel it with Waveland down into the ground with the shield button, so it looks kind of like this. So it's pretty much the same technique, you're just adding that one button after the jump to cancel the aerial. So you can do it straight down, you can do it 45 degrees at an angle like this, or you can do it straight down. If you were to mess this up, if you press, so we're going to assume that you're getting the Lunar Jump properly. If you press the shield button at the same time as the jump button, you get this. Nothing happens. So pressing shield and jump at the same time, the shield doesn't actually come out. If you're pressing the shield too late, your attack is just going to continue and nothing's going to happen. So if you want to practice this in two different groups, you can practice the Lunar Jump, and then you can practice wave landing a jump, and then you add them together to get this. Because it's just one technique, and then the next technique like right after it. You're just combining the two. So for this one, I was talking about the rapid jab on Lunar Jump, and this one actually allows something called spin trapping at the ledge, because Rosa gets to the ground so much faster that you can start your attacks with Luma faster. And Luma stays out a little bit further, so that can be a good ledge trapping tool. This is also really good for Starbits. So if you look at when you do Starbits with this technique, Luma's a little bit higher in the air when you're able to do the Starbits. So this is good, maybe good at like stuffing out a jump. Whereas just doing it with Lunar Jump, the Starbits are a little bit closer to the ground, as you just saw there. And then with Lunar Jump, the Starbits are further up. Once you get the Lunar Dash down, we can modify it further into something called Lunar Jump Special Cancel. It's pretty much the same timing for inputs, but instead of hitting shield to waveland down, you're using a special button, and this is why I recommend special on a trigger. So what you can do with this is you can send out a hitbox with Luma while, say, also recalling her if she's detethered. And if I can get this right the first time, it looks like this. So it's kind of hard to notice, but Luma did send out a little jab there, and I did recall her. And I messed up that time. This is a little bit harder for me to do. There we go. And that's what that technique's. And you can do that with, you can do Lunar Jump Special Cancel with Starbits. So Luma will attack and send out Starbits like right away. Although I don't really see the use for that personally. The main usage I do that for is to recall Luma while she's detethered while also sending out a hitbox. So you don't have this bunch of dead time where you only use your frames to recall Luma. You actually send out an attack with it. And I think that's really good. Now, there's two more techniques I want to go over, and they're not really lunar jumps. These are wave bounces. And what these are really good for is pretending you're going to approach, but then backing off and throwing in Starbits. So these are going to be Wavebounce Starbits on the ground and Wavebounce Starbits in the air. Now, if you do it properly, this is what Wavebounced Starbits on the ground looks like. Sorry, I hit the wrong button there because you got to hit special on trigger again. There we go. If you saw, Rosalina killed all her forward momentum and then did a hop back while Luma still did a Starbits. Now, in order to do this technique, you have to be having some type of forward momentum, so you got to be dashing or walking or something like that. Otherwise, you don't stop momentum if you don't have any momentum. So, what the inputs are is while you're dashing in any direction, you slam the C stick back in the other direction and you hit jump at the same time. So if you're doing this correctly, you'll be doing back airs in the wrong way. Like this. Like you're doing back airs behind you. So now you got the timing down. So the next thing you want to do is you want to cancel the back air with a special input. Instead of say wave landing the attack, we're canceling the attack with special. So it's really three groups of inputs. It's the run in any direction, and then it's the C stick the opposite direction and the jump at the same time. And then after the C stick and the jump at the same time, you hit special right after. And it looks like that. Now to do this in the air, it's a little bit different. You want to have momentum, and then when you have momentum in one direction, you want to make sure the stick sets back to neutral. And as soon as the stick has been gone to neutral for even, it only needs to be there for, say, a frame, you slam the stick back in the opposite direction, so you have like this kind of little direction going. Now when you put the stick in the opposite direction, which is the direction you want to wave bounce, like this, you also want to put the C stick in the other direction. So for this one, what it's going to look like is retreating pairs. So if you can do this retreating pair with the C stick, you have the C sticks in the correct location. Now, what you want to do after that is you cancel the fair with special, and you wave bounce like that. And if you don't get the stick back into the rear position and you accidentally leave stick neutral, you get the Luma shot like that. And that's what a wave bounce in the air looks like. And that was me screwing up. So once again, the inputs are when you have some momentum, you make sure you let the stick go to neutral for like one frame, and then do this retreating fair. And if you can get that down, you just quickly add a special onto the end of it, and then you get the wave bounce. And that's all I wanted to go over. Next up, my next video is going to be a training regiment for Rosalina specifically. You can do as a warm-up in training mode. So stay tuned for that. I'll post a link to that in the video description once it is up. Thanks for watching.